Hey guys, we are in day 107 in our Bible reading plan, Joshua 4 through 6 and Psalm 107, and we're continuing to make our way through an incredible amount of faith-inspiring stories. If you're at all struggling with facing battles that are difficult in your life, this is the place to be right now. And Joshua, they're now, the people of Israel are stepping into the promised land. They haven't taken possession of it, but they're in there, and we're going to see the ramifications of that today. It's awesome. Chapter 4, we're just coming out of the miracle of crossing the Jordan. And so with that fresh on their minds, the Lord's like, put reminders. We need reminders when we're celebrating victories of our faith in Christ, why we journal. But more than journaling, we need to remember, somehow put reminders in your life of all the things that God has done for you in the past, so that as you're facing your battles today, you have confidence moving into the future. That was the point of those stones. And then the people were getting ready to go to war. And so what does God say? Circumcise those who are circumcised. And so it seems so counterintuitive. Sometimes God asks us to do things that seem crazy, considering the fact that they're going to war. Like, this would be an opportunity for the people of Jericho to attack them while they're healing. But instead of that, God's like, do this by faith. And so they do, and they celebrate the Passover, and they eat this beautiful meal. And guess what happens? At the end of chapter 5, we find out that the day after the Passover, on that very day, they ate of the produce of the land, and the manna ceased the day after they ate of the produce of the land. A reminder of God's perfect timing and his perfect provision. And then moving into the next section of chapter 5, we see God himself showing up to Joshua, and a lot of reasons for it, but a reminder that this is God's battle. These are God's people. He's in charge. It's not Joshua who's winning the war, but it is the Lord Almighty. And so I wish that would happen to us today. But listen, though we don't see God like Joshua did that day, and who can see God and live, but we have his word, and we have Jesus, and we have seen all the things that he can do for us. And so let's not stand daunted and afraid, but let us move forward in battle, victorious, confident that he who defeated death is on our side, leading us in battle. We're not fighting our own battle. We don't fight flesh and blood, but we're fighting against principalities and powers and the things that are unseen in this life. And so we get to chapter 6, the battle of Jericho. And whoa, you guys, it's crazy. Instead of fighting with swords, they fight with faith. And this is huge. So they walk around the city 7 times. The first time they shout once, and the second time once, and the third time. And by the time they get to the 7th, their praises increase their faith. We would think by the 7th time their faith is lower, but God asked them to shout 7 times. So God demands even greater faith the more impossible the situation looks. And sure and behold, the walls crumble, and the people of Jericho are defeated. The people of God go in, they destroy everything as God has instructed them to, and they save but Rahab, who has put her faith in God by the sign of the blood red cord going outside her house, and her whole household. God cares about your family. Her whole household is saved. And think about the members of her family who refused to come to her house, and how much regret they would have had in that moment. Hey, the big idea is this: to see God move in unexpected ways, we must be willing to act with unexpected faith. Let's ask God to give us that kind of faith today as we pursue the battles he has for us. Love you guys.